So just for the people who are tuning in here who don't know who you are, can you just say who you are and how to find you online and just give us the short version?
Oh, yes, of course. The first thing I need to say, everybody, I am Mexican. I'm near to be illegal. My social security number is no. Okay.
Oh, no. Tell me more.
Well, my name Edwin Salas. I'm a puppeteer. I have experience to be a puppeteer for more than 20 years. I make principal puppeteer in Italy. In my second language is Italian. In my family is part from Italy, from Mexico and Costa Rica. It's a big mashup, like some bootlegs. And I have a bootleg in the reality. I know, because say, oh, now the Mexican. No, one moment, it's not Mexican, it's Costa Rican. Oh, from Costa Rica. No, it's part Italian. Oh, it's a bootleg. Look, my resin. My resin don't have a real, the original color.
So let's go back to what you were talking about before. You were talking about this being a joke on capitalism. I want to hear all about that part.
Yes, you know, well, I began to enter in this situation of the bootleg. I learned here in the United States what I mean bootleg because I don't know before the original toys. Mm-hmm. I only play with bootlegs, and I don't know. That's bad. That's bad in the sense, oh, it's not the right toy. And after I began to search information bootleg, well, and say, oh, what's my toys of my childhood? And you know, I
right.
always
I get it. So the toys that you played with as a child were the Mexican bootlegs.
Yes. Is the only
and you didn't know that they were copies of licensed toys from the US.
I don't know nothing about this. And you know, I always, when I have like a near 8 years old, I always say have to have a really Star Wars toys. But I'm an orphan. I live with my grandma, and some days I don't have for to take a breakfast. You can imagine my grandma can affordable to buy me original Star Wars toy? Never, never. And one day I search always in the trash for to make my toys to say little pieces of plastic put together and the things to make the bootleg makers now and selling millions of dollars. Making my childhood. But right. one day I want to show you here. I found in the trash this little man.
Wow, an 88. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can show you a little more near. And when I found this in the trash, I feel really, 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 really happy because I have my original toy from Star Wars. One day I began to play with the rich kids of the other right the river, and the rich kids say me, how possible you have a original Star Wars? I have 46 years old, and really was the same year to go out. And maybe you thief somebody. No, I found it in the trash. And they began, well, you can play with us because you have original toys. I began to play at the first things that the kids made it broken. Broken, say me, sorry, Darth Vader broke your toy. You don't have more toys, you can play more with us. And for this reason, you know, after to go inside the bootlegs and the things that take a little money here in the USA, for this reason I crossed the border, for to make money, for to buy me original toys.
I mean, why do you think I do? Why do you think I do what I do?
Yes,
it's like.
And buy me this. I buy me this for eBay. And I this day I cry because fuck, and now I have the money for to buy me this and for buy me others toys, but I don't have more the age for to play. And in honor of this, I make me a tattoo. I have a tattoo of that. Oh, I don't know. I have a lot of tattoos when I was in the jail. And here, I have a tattoo. It's in verse broken, the ADHDA. And after I make this for to commemoration, my first toy.
That's your first toy right there?
No. The first toy is broken.
Oh, you made a toy. You made a toy of your first toy.
I make a bootleg of the bootleg of my first toy. But if you want to sell it and say that it's the original toy of Edwin is selling $1 million, you can say that. Yes.
Wow. So how did you get into puppetry and making puppets? How did that come about?
Well, it's other history of childhood because I have two history. One, the original, I need to tell the books and to tell I'm a serious person. Yes, I'm a puppeteer. And the other, the real history was in my childhood. I told you before I was a really poor and always I searched the form to make extra money, like today with the bootlegs. And the thing was, before the river was the rich neighborhood. After the river, before the river was a poor neighborhood. After the river was a rich neighborhood. And one day, take the bus, and I watch an old lady tell me, "Oh, what is your age, child?" "Oh, I am 11 years old." "Oh, my grandson have 11 years old. I want to make a party, and I don't know how to do in the party if I bring clowns or bring puppets." "Oh, well, mommy, ma'am, you need to bring puppets because the puppets are the best in the party." Look, I don't know, because I live in the real poor neighborhood. We never have money to make a parties for a make a cake. But I make a liar. I'm so excited. I say, you know a puppeteer?" "Of course, ma'am. I know the best puppeteer." I give my phone. When this woman called me, I say, "Oh, Jesus Christ and Holy Mary." When my grandma know I make a lie at this rich woman, I have problems.
You're gonna get in trouble, yeah.
Yes, but what did you do when you make a big liar? Make other or bigger. I go and make my first puppets. I make my pupper stage. I write my puppet show. And when that woman called me and say, "Yes, ma'am, give me your address, please." "Yes, the puppeteer will arrive your address. Thank you so much for investing in our production. Thank you. Bye-bye."
Wait, so hold on. So you're 11 years old when you did this?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, keep going.
Okay, well, I arrived with you can imagine a little Edwin kid with a big head, hair here, not here, with the puppet stage and the puppets, And this moment I arrived, and the woman watched me to say, "And the puppeteer?" "Oh, ma'am, when the puppeteer going important festival, he can came from a little party events, but I can do for him." And the woman say, "Well, come on." By the way, I make the performance. And after I finish the performance, a woman say, "Oh my gosh, you're amazing. You're virtuosity." It's like, don't say me virtuosity, but it's nice to tell in this moment. "Oh, you're great. For what reason you don't tell me you're a puppeteer?" Whatever. And say, "Well, yes, that's okay." And a other woman to ask me, "Excuse me, you have a business card?" "Oh, no, ma'am. In the last party, I finished all my business cards."
And I mean, the presence of mind of like an 11-year-old to just to do that. That's amazing. Okay, please continue.
Well, and you know, I like that. I began to make puppets, but I began to have the weekends to have a really entry for my house. When I finished on Sunday, I go on Monday at the grocery store. I remember so well to buy 2 pounds of rice, 2 pounds of beans, a liter of oil, 1 apple, and pencils to make designs.
Wow. So how much did you get paid for your first puppet show?
I think like $25.
Wow. And so how many? And so at age 11, like you just kept doing parties. Did you do more parties?
Yes, I began to make a lot of parties, and after 2 years after, I make performance for 500 people.
What? Wow. Where was this?
This is in the big theater. I make it in the college. I make it in the schools.
And you're 13 years old by this time, and you're doing performances for 500 people?
Yes. I pay an assistant. I pay a taxi driver to bring me in all the places. I'm a businessman. Well, tiny man, a business tiny man, because I never be tall. Today, I'm a business tiny man. I'm brown. I'm brown.
That is an amazing story. I think it was Killer Bootlegs who tagged me in one of your posts.
Of course, yes.
On Instagram, and I was just like, oh my goodness. And immediately, I mean, I think he understands like the kind of art that I like. And
real Phantom Star Killer. I'm the real Phantom Star Killer. What the fuck, everybody?
Man.
Sorry. It's the Phantom bootleg to break the balls.
Oh boy. All right, so let's talk about
Vagina
this
face man. I'm the vagina face man. Hi everybody. I love you. Buy me.
So this is what Edwin made for us. It's an edition of 20 pieces.
This is fake. I'm the real. Don't buy it. It's fake. I'm the real. Help me. Help me. This is fake. Don't sell bootlegs. Fake stuff. I hope Lucas Films have a big demand of you.
Look, and so he hand paints.
Sorry. I apologize.
He hand paints the card backs, and we only glue them at the top here so that you can take them out. And the crazy thing is the articulation. They all have metal pins, and they all move. He comes with his little lightsaber. And he actually made one of each of these. And then I contacted him. I was like, Edwin, please don't release these. Don't make this. Like, making only one is a crime. We have to make an edition. And that's what he did. Then he made a stencil. And we got ourselves another tribute to the Suck Lord.
You know, it's the bootleg of the bootleg of the bootleg.
That's what it's all about.
These Mexicans built the wall.
Again, it's
you know, these Mexicans came to make the bootlegs and said the bootlegs that real Americans can sell it. Well, yeah. I can.
So tell me, so you're 13, you're playing for 500 people, and then what happens? Like,
I think what happened, you know, I began to like me the girls, not the girls like me. That's different. And I began to feel embarrassing. The girls watch me with dolls in my hands. You know, one moment, I put the vagina face here. Here, I'm here. Sorry, Steiny him. Consolo shot fears. Motherfucker, Gonzalo, it's really nice. It's really nice. Your son killed you in the last fucking film. Aha! Fucking loser, Gonzalo, your son killed you. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't have control of the bootlegs. Well, I decide to don't make more puppetry and say it's so embarrassing to make puppetry. I began to sell orange in the market. It's less embarrassing. I don't know. But when I have 20 years old, I live in Costa Rica. I got to search my father in Mexico because I need to know how is the face of my father. It was the same ugly like me. To say, oh, fuck the genetic, is work. This, when I met my father, I say, yes, he's more ugly than me. Thanks to my mom to say me just a little. Well, I arrived in Mexico after to being in Mexico like 1 year. I began to make a puppetry, more political puppetry. For circumstance of the life, I married with the Italian woman called Maria Teresa Trentini, is the mother of my daughter. And traveling in Italy, I began to make professional puppetry there. And after now it's 20 years, I don't stop to make this same stupid things.
Wow. That's quite a story.
And arrived here in the United States. And this is so interesting for what reason I arrived to how to make bootlegs.
Wow. What a story. Cherry said here that puberty is the killer of puppetry. I think he identifies with the story here. Let's show this other piece. We have a few more of these guys. This was the first piece that you made for us to sell. I think there's 4 or 5 of these left. This was much larger edition. I think there was 40 of these originally. And the detail on this one, so not only is the card back hand stenciled, hand painted, but then the diagram on the back is my favorite. It says, originally, we had fear to make a spring launch rocket, but now you're an adult. We hope you don't injure yourself or your family with this boba wood. And my favorite thing to do, so people come up to the booth at a convention and they look at it and they see it and it's expensive, it's handmade, it's $80. They're like, what is this? And then I take it out and I show them. And I go like this, and they go, what? That's amazing. And then I say, wait, and I do this, and I go, woo. Hold on. I have to pull the rubber band there.
It's really work, I want to tell you.
Woo. And then it shoots, and then they go, oh my God, that's amazing. And then they take their wallet, and then they hand me money. That's how it works. I have to pull it out and demonstrate, and that's how you make the sale. I see this one's got a little extra wood in there. I'll fix it. Ready? Woo!
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. Wow. So you're 20, and then you go to Italy, and then so how do you wind up in the United States?
Well, between to arrive in the United States, I can tell I have a really lucky with the puppetry. I've traveled the world. I've been in 17 countries in the world to make my puppetry. I live in Taiwan. I live in Colombia to make a director of companies. That's a we're really lucky. I married for the second time. Well, before I divorced, I don't marry with 2 women at the same time.
It's good to know.
Yes, I want to, the Mexicans say weird people. I need to tell you that. Yes, it's because when you make the visa, ask you if you practice this to marry with a lot of people at the same time.
Polygamy, yeah.
Yes, because if you make polygamy, don't give me the visa. No, really, it's not a joke. It's a real question to have the visa. Yes.
Wow.
Well, I married for the second time. I come in United States. I come here in Asheville, North Carolina. That's an amazing place. I found I don't have work like a puppeteer and was a little hard here in the United States. Nobody know me. Nobody know me. I began to work My neighbor, my Mexican neighbor, give me work like make a plumber, I make a little dance, I make a lot of things. In that, these a lot of things I do. I write and make a tiny figures of 5 inches of the horror guys. And one day I know about all these toy makers arrive in Nashville and Sample requirement to between these famous people are killer bootlegs, and I don't be inside in the show because it was expensive for me to pay the show for to sell. But I have a little table, like a little poor Mexican, to sell my pieces of wood, and he buy me one. And after he make a post, and after boom, and after send you a post and after you contact me, and think the first step was a cantina guys, the vagina face, a martillo, the tiny guy, and the main gunshot first.
Wow, I love their names. Yeah, go.
Yes.
Wow. So, so when you moved to the United States, but are you still involved in puppetry now?
Yes,
you still make a living. So you created a new life for yourself in the United States, and you're still doing
yes,
puppetry.
completely. I began to make toys. I began to make puppetry little by little. I make more political art. It's a really difficult to make a performance about 7 deadly sins in the border. And these 7 deadly sins in the border, I want to say goodbye to puppetry. I make only toys, but don't work. Now I tell you for what reason. This performance is a coyote to help a Mexican, as the last Mexican to cross the border, but they need to go inside the machine to test it for the 7 deadly sins. Are monsters to make jokes about Mexicans, but really racist jokes about the Mexicans, and make a proof at this Mexican. And the last, a Ku Klux Klan member killed the Mexican. A really political, uncomfortable performance for the people to watch. After that, it say nobody want to work more with me. In this moment, watch my performance in the Puppeteers of America. Thanks to Kit Schubert, a friend of Puppeteer, watched my performance, and arrived the daughter of Jim Henson and tell me what I need to do to help your puppetry. And arrive other people so interested. And after I got to teach with O'Neill Theater Center, and now it's really open. And when this pandemic, I began to help the people, not only United States, in Latin America and in Australia too, because I have students in Australia. I teach how to make videos in puppetry, how to make political pieces with puppetry, how to make the streaming. For the reason I use all this like a multimedia stuff. Wow. for to help the people. And I continue to make puppetry and mix with the bootlegs now.
Right. So you're making the puppets, but are you still doing performances?
Well, now in this moment,
not in this moment.
Real moment in the presence, not. Yeah. But I began to make more videos. For example, I used the bootlegs to make little short movies. You can watch to search my YouTube channel. I have some short movies I make for this. I make short movies for the puppetry. I began to have other kind of audience. For the reason when the first the people say, oh, maybe this is a mistake. No, it's not really a mistake. This is a good goal of the new reality.
I see.
And we need to feel grateful to have this opportunity.
Sure. Well, I mean, you deal with what you have to deal with, It's like the world throws things at you, and you have to, sometimes you got to catch it, sometimes you got to duck out of the way, sometimes you get hit. Like that's how it goes. So before the whole COVID situation, you were doing performances. Is that what
Yes.
Is that what I understand? So when you do a puppetry performance, are you doing it all by yourself, or is this in conjunction with other puppeteers, or can you do you know, the same puppet show like you did when you were 11 years old and you do everything, or do you need like, is it like,
Yes,
is, is it,
I do everything now.
uh-huh,
It's already changing a lot.
mhm,
Before, when I have 11 years old, I have a glove puppets,
mhm,
and after I go to make string puppets more in Italy, more
mhm,
traditional puppetry, and after I mixed like 8 years ago. I began to study contemporary dance. I began to mix with a contemporary dance, Buddha dance, and after make more performatic. And after, the most amazing here in the United States really returned to that only to make performance with puppets. And you know for why? You know why? Sorry. You know why? Because the toys make me an amazing influence
mhm.
to
Sure.
return to play again. For the
Mhm,
reason, when I make the short movies with toys, I make a Revenant town with its side, not the Luke Skywalker, no, the Revenant. I make a
mhm,
short movie about it,
sure.
and I began to play because was to play. I don't have toys for to play when I was in my childhood. I made
Sure.
my toys. Now I continue make my toys. Now I have, yes, I have a tiny collection of the Star Wars because help me to make bootlegs. Because I
Right.
take the size.
So back, I just wanted to, so when you're doing a puppet show by yourself, they were like hand puppets when you were a kid, but now when you do, if let's say COVID's over, someone hires you for a puppet show, are they marionettes, like strings?
Yes,
Like,
I make with marionettes. I
hmm,
make with mechanisms.
uh-huh,
For example, this mechanism, I'm a specialist in mechanism, in Japanese mechanism
hmm,
of the puppetry, called it Bunraku. And
hmm,
now in my YouTube channel, I teach each Friday
hmm,
to make puppets, to make mechanisms. For example, I showed you this is one mechanism,
uh-huh.
and this is for to open the mouth, and this is for to close the eyes, and teach to make all these kind of things in my YouTube channel. And with this kind of mechanism, I make my performance too. For
Wow.
example, today at 6 p.m., I will to teach to make this.
Wow. So, you know, you're telling me this story about, you know, your childhood. And like ever since I know you and since we first spoke on the phone, we haven't known each other that long, but you have this kind of like, I don't know, a very like infectious kind of personality. Like you're very happy, you know, you're upbeat, it sounds like, you know, you teach these classes, you do these performances, you're very inspiring. Even the way you like just show me a tongue coming out of a puppet, like we all laugh and we all laugh with you, and it's funny. But you know, you're telling me the story about your childhood, and your parents, and like going to find your dad and moving around, and it's like so sad, you know. And it's like, it's, you know, inside it's just, it makes me kind of cry. And then I just, it's like the juxtaposition, and there's like the positivity, like
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know, I feel like, you know, like in the United States, if like this happened to someone, like they would like need to go to therapy, and they would need to this, and you walk around your whole life and it's like, oh, you know, what's wrong with me? And people create a story for themselves about how, you know, I'm no good and nobody loved me, and therefore I'm going to like have a horrible life. And you've done the exact opposite. You know, it's like
wow.
you showed up to that party when you were 11 years old, and you just kind of like bullshitted your way through it, and it was a success, and then it just kept going. That's
Yeah,
kind
you
of,
know,
it's kind of inspiring.
oh, thanks. You know, this year I made my most difficult performance in my life.
Hmm,
My mom was murdered, was kidnapped,
hmm.
tortured, and murdered when I was 3 years old.
Oh jeez. Remember when I said
Uh,
how like how depressing the story was? This just got worse. Okay, go on.
yes, I'm Hellraiser. Okay, I continue.
Oh man.
And I make a performance about it, but I
Hmm,
call it Dracula Killed My Mom because when
hmm,
I was a kid, my imagination, my mom no was with me. Nobody tell me where is my mom. Only tell me was dead. Only tell me was disappeared. And I began to imagine all the histories. One of the history I imagined was the Dracula killed my mom, and she's a vampire. I make a performance about it. And in this performance, the interesting, I use puppets, not like a puppets, I use puppets like a toys. And this is how the toys influence me now to make a performance. And the interesting of this is, yes, it's all the art is therapy, yes.
Sure.
But I use this therapy to exercise my demons.
Sure.
For them, it's easy to escape with the alcohol, drugs, or to buy tons of puppets, or to buy tons of toys. Then you make good. Buy toys for your therapy. Make good. Spend all your money. Take the toys. Yes, it's a good therapy. Spend money.
It's good.
Not drugs. Spend money in toys.
Yeah.
What is therapy? You don't pay therapy. Buy a $400 crucify. Yes, but gay empire. Be more gay. Be empire. Okay. And this has helped me a lot. For example, a journalist in Spain, after to watch my performance, to say, "Oh my gosh, to watch the performance on Edwin, it's exorcism of demons." At least I don't give money for my therapy. I make therapy and take money.
That's good. I mean, I wish more artists would learn from what you do. I mean, I talk to artists all the time, and they're always, they always have their demons, and some are able to deal with them through art, and sometimes the art, becomes this whole other struggle. The art is about being successful and about supporting yourself, and they forget why they became an artist in the first place, was to express themselves and to get whatever's inside out. Yeah, that's a very inspiring story. So what's next? Like, where's the life of Edwin Salas going right now? Gonna make bootlegs for the rest of your life?
Well, now for the moment, I began to make stop motion movies. I will make one for Colombia country with the toys. I love to continue to make this bootleg. I found the really, really, really amazing artists to inspire me a lot. Like the two classics I make, the tribute, Not for Nothing, the Phantom Star Killers, Storm of Troopers, and they behind with all this movement. And the most amazing, I make puppetry to go against the system. Bootlegs, it's a statement to go against the system. This moment, we are together. You watch it with all these amazing bootlegs, pieces of art in your back. That's amazing. It's a big opportunity to other people to support. And the next is continue to make toys, to continue to make performance, and to continue to help people in different parts of the world to learn mechanisms, to learn how to make show, and to give this message to say with the art, we can save us, really. And it's not like a kitsch stuff.
Right.
It's a liar! I have a vagina face and nobody help me! Fuck you, Edwin! Sorry, I apologize.
Wow.
Sorry, one moment. Do you know for what reason the people of Star Wars make the vagina face of this guy?
Well, he's called Walrus Man, and so he's supposed to have tusks. And because action figures in the 70s and 80s, the mold had one line all the way around, and so it had to go straight up and down. So if you look at a He-Man figure, if you look at any of those old toys, the way the figure has to go is like this. You can't have any undercuts. Now with the two pieces of metal, they have a computer and they can cut the metal, and it can come apart like this. But back then, just like this, one line, all all like a metal, like a like a soldier. The mold had to be cut in half like that. I mean, someone could do it more complex, but it's very expensive. So in order to pop out of a mold, the two tusks have to be against the body like this, and you can't have an undercut or it won't come out of the mold. The mold comes up, it'll get stuck. So for you, it's vagina face. For the creator, it was supposed to be a tusk.
I want to cry. Feel the wall.
Wow. Well, Edwin, this has been a pleasure.
No, it's a big pleasure for me.
I'm so happy that we met. I love the toys you make. I love the toys that I have of yours in our collection. I hope we know each other for a long time. And I find your story. I didn't know any of this, and I just find it just amazingly inspiring. And I hope other artists watch this and can figure out how to, express their pain, through their work, and let them deal with it. It's truly an inspirational story.
I really want to say thank you, Dov and Sarah, and all DKE Toys company to support not only my art, the art of hundreds of people. You can watch all the logos in the DKE Toys, and this is and this is amazing. It's amazing. Someday I test you and say, I trust in you. You're the godfather of the toys. I don't know if it's an insult or not here in the United States, but that's true. And that is a really nice. Thank you for take you, I don't know, 10 hours to sit there to wait for people to enter to buy something. But that's amazing, and it's a business, and we need to fight the system with the bootlegs. And thank you so much for inviting me.
Fight the system with the bootlegs, definitely. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, bye-bye.
All right, take care. Wow. I think that's my favorite interview we've ever done.